But yeah, no, I did write and voice that scene kind of on my own because I was like, what do we do for the ending? And I'm like,
yeah, because we were just sitting there like, we've had I don't think we had done many without an eye catch previously. Well, what we call an eye catch, and like stinger, whatever.
Stinger, yeah.
And that was one of those episodes where we were thinking, maybe that can sit the way it was. But then you came up with that, and it's like, no, that's great. Let's go with it.
Again, like it's funny. I don't have a lot of opportunities to have conversations with myself, but we literally wrote two characters that are always next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So when any one of them shows up, it's almost certain that the other one is. But yeah, this is I don't know. I love Corn and Yajirobe so much.
It's a fun dynamic. I mean, I'm the guy that talks to himself the most throughout this entire series. And it really does make writing a lot easier when I know how each of these characters, and self-directing for that matter, because when I know what I'm bouncing off of, it's so much easier to react to it.
Yeah, I think I had 3 in the course of it.
And those were like for like either regions or like you needed something very specific.
Yeah, I
in
think
some cases. But for the most
Somebody was like, what if you can castle long, but it could look like this? You have the option whether to get this setup or this setup. And I was like, huh. It's not that invasive. It changes a lot of opening ideas. Yeah, the person who suggested that you can choose which long castle to go for definitely smoked some good. That is what the seasoned veterans call a hot.
I know I'm gonna be like a solid 4, maybe 5, but what the?
I'm out of range. I can't do that yet.
All I know is 10:35 and I can feel your arms around me. Let them drown me. All I know is 10:35 and I'm thinking, God, you found me. That you found me. Every day I go places in my head. Darker thoughts are hard to know. They look like monsters and I'm on bed.
Not ready yet. Ability isn't ready yet. Can't do that yet. Ability isn't ready yet. Not ready yet. It's too far away.
Some days you're the only thing I know. Only thing that's burning when the nights grow cold. Can't look away, can't look away. Beg you to stay, yeah. Sometimes you're a stranger in my bed. Don't know if you love me or you want me dead. Push me away, then beg me to stay, yeah. Call me in the morning to apologize. Every little lie gives me butterflies. Something in the way you're looking through my eyes. Don't know if I'm gonna make it out alive. Fight so dirty, but your love so sweet. Talk so pretty, but your heart got tea. Late night devil, put your hands on me. And never, 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 ever let go. Fight so dirty, but your love so sweet. Talk so pretty, but your heart got tea. Late night devil, put your hands on me. And never, 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 ever let go. Some days you're the best thing in my life. Sometimes when I look at you, I see my wife. And you turn into somebody I don't know. And you push me away, yeah.
I'm out of range.
Call me in the morning to apologize. Every little lie gives me butterflies. Something in the way you're looking through my eyes. Don't know if I'm gonna make it out alive. Fight so dirty, but your love so sweet. Talk so pretty, but your heart got tea. Late night devil, put your hands on me. And never, 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 ever let go. Fight so dirty, but your love so sweet. Talk so pretty, but your heart got tea. Late night devil, put your hands on me. And never, 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 ever let go. Blood on my shirt, a rose in my hand. You're looking at me like you don't know who I am. Blood on my shirt, heart in my hand. Still I'll be fight so dirty, but your love so sweet. Talk so pretty, but your heart got tea. Late night devil, put your hands on me. And never, 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 ever let go. Fight so dirty, but your love so sweet. Talk so pretty, but your heart got tea. Late night devil, put your hands on me. And never, 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 ever let go.
Not enough range.
Never, 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 ever let go.
Not ready yet. yet.
To White Night Music.
Em đã run run nhưng anh thì cứ gió đi. Anh mà không để em là khi mà anh không hết ly uống thêm vài ly để mình chẳng mấy khi vui. Nấu thêm vài chai vì anh em chờ về khi em say. Nhớ nơi nó xoay xoay đến xa nó xoay vòng. Anh ra bên đây đâu biết em có thấy lòng mình ngất chi mà mình ngất đi.
I'm out of range. Not ready yet. I can't do that yet. Not ready yet. Ability isn't ready yet.
Em đã run run nhưng anh thì cứ gió đi. Anh mà không để em là khi mà anh không hết ly uống thêm vài ly để mình chẳng mấy khi vui. Thêm vài chai vì anh em chờ về khi gặp lại. Nơi đây nó xoay xoay thế gian nó xoay vòng. Anh đang ở đây đâu biết anh có thấy lòng đừng ngất chi mà mình ngủ đi.
Not enough range. Ability isn't ready yet. I can't do that yet. Ability isn't ready yet. Not ready yet. I can't do that yet. Need more rage.
Subscribe to White Night Music and always remember, White Night has only the best car-based music.
Not ready yet. That ability isn't ready yet. I can't do that yet. Not enough rage.
I hate Brenda, and a bad guy hit me in the shin, and I peed all over my pants.
There's nothing on that music can't help. Rockin', hell, rollin'. Down to the beach, I'm strolling.
Not ready yet.
Seagulls, hit my head, not fun. I said seagulls. Stop it now.
Inventory is full.
Where'd it come from? Now run, 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 jump. I can be a backpack while you run, 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 jump, and stop. Put me down. I love to groove and boogie. Yeah.
Great.
Show you some dance moves.
No, I don't want you to.
If I had your giant feet out there on the beach, could have outrun those birds.
You're a psycho wiener.
Let me grab my beater.
Stop it, please. Don't hit me. Please. Don't hit me.
Come on, man, quit that banging.
Hey, what's that stank?
You put a fish in our basket.
Oh, yeah. I forgot I did.
You owe me an apology.
Just hold your breath and see when the time is right. Birds will bag your face. Now run, 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 jump. I can be a backpack while you run. Swing from a hairy vine. I can be a backpack while you climb. Stand on one hand and lift rocks with your special gift. Run, 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 jump. Now breathe. That's good. Like that. Like that. One day I was walking and I found this big log. Then I rolled the log over and underneath was a tiny little stick. And I was like, that log had a child. Listen, boy, someday when you are older, you could get hit by a boulder. While you're lying there screaming, come help me, please, the seagulls. Move your knees. Stop it now.
Yeah, whatever, you're sort of pitchy.
Didn't like it.
Listen, man.
Another head and slowly begun. And the violence grows such silence. Who are we mistaken? Do you see? It's not me. It's not my family. In your head, they are fighting with their demons and their arms. In your head, they are playing. Another head and slowly, slowly begun.
This stray cat patiently waited for help at the door to get her kittens into a warm and safer place. She gave birth in their warehouse days after she showed up out of nowhere. The mother was bothered by the construction noises and cold. She started bringing her kittens individually and attending to them to calm them down before grabbing the next one.
This had better be good.
The stray also checked that it was safe before she went into the warehouse to grab her babies. The cat in the harness is the owner's cat and sleeps in that cat's house inside. His house was stolen by the cute kittens. After moving all 5 newborns, she returned to ensure she didn't miss any of them. After she made sure they were safe and comfy, she went out for some fresh air and to rest a little. This stray cat patiently waited for help at the door to get her kittens into a warm and safer place.
Inventory is full.
She gave birth in their warehouse days after she showed up out of nowhere. The mother was bothered by the construction noises and cold. She started bringing her kittens individually and attending to them to calm them down before grabbing the next one. The stray also checked that it was safe before she went into the warehouse to grab her babies.
What is it?
The cat in the harness is the owner's cat and sleeps in that cat's house inside. His house was stolen by the cute kittens.
Listen, I want you to know it's okay. If anybody tries to talk to you, you don't need to say anything. Just leave it to me. I know a way out of this.
Tom, an elementary school teacher, is under arrest for allegedly having an affair with one of her young students. The case is shocking, due mostly to the fact that the teacher is pretty hot, Tom. If the accusations are true, then... damn. Looks like the defendant and her lawyer are about to give a statement, Tom.
I am deeply sorry to announce that the allegations against me are true. Over the past several weeks, I have been having physical relations with one of my students.
Nice. Nice.
I know my actions were wrong, but I cannot be fully to blame. You see, I am an alcoholic.
Oh.
Yes, I'm afraid it's true.
Oh, no.
Listen, I want you to know it's okay. If anybody tries to talk to you, you don't need to say anything. Just leave it to me. I know a way out of this.
Tom, an elementary school teacher, is under arrest for allegedly having an affair with one of...
Is this good parenting? In 2013, a 23-year-old from China named Xiaofeng was obsessed with online role-playing video games. Every single day, he would just sit on the couch of his parents' house and play for hours. But one day, when he logged online and joined a match, he found himself repeatedly getting killed by these super high-level, absolutely cracked players. It was almost as if they were targeting him specifically, and although he tried to fight back, he was just getting annihilated. Every time he tried to leave a lobby and join a new one, these players would follow him and keep on killing him, basically making it so that he was completely unable unable to play. And before long, Xiaofeng was so frustrated that he just logged off and called it a day. But as days went by and he continued to get instantly killed every time he logged on, Xiaofeng asked the players why they were targeting him. Turns out his dad had hired them to do so, to force him to stop playing and get a job. The man had literally paid semi-professional gamers to be in-game hitmen on his son. Unfortunately, the plan pissed Xiaofeng off so much that he told his dad that he didn't care whether or not he played video games, he still wasn't going to get a job until he was ready. Is this good parenting? In 2013, a 23-year-old from China named Xiaofeng was obsessed with online role-playing video games. Every single day, he would just sit on the couch of his parents' house and play for hours. But one day, when he logged online and joined a match, he found himself repeatedly getting killed by these super high-level, absolutely cracked players. It was almost as if they were targeting him specifically, and although he tried to fight back, he was just getting annihilated. Every time he tried to leave a lobby and join a new one, these players would follow him and keep on killing him, basically making it so that he was completely unable to play. And before long, Xiaofeng was so frustrated that he just logged off and called it a day. But as days went by and he continued to get instantly killed every time he logged on.
Before his girlfriend left the house, he took a picture of her phone on the table. She left the house putting her phone in her purse, then texted her the picture saying she forgot it, and his trick worked. Not realizing she's already holding it, looking at her messages. She then walked back in to grab the phone she already had.
Oh, what do you mean? What? What are you on about? What?
You sent me a text saying I left my phone.
Try again. Think about it again. Say the sentence again.
She didn't understand it yet, until he finally gave her a hint.
How did you receive that text?
What do you mean? You sent it to me.
Yeah? What did you read it from?
Before his girlfriend left the house, he took a picture of her phone on the table. She left the house putting her phone in her purse, then texted her the picture saying she forgot it, and his trick worked. Not realizing she's already holding it, looking at her messages. She then walked back in to grab the phone she already had.
Oh, what do you mean? What are you on about? What? Try again. Think about it again. Say the sentence again.
She didn't understand it yet, until he finally gave her a hint.
How did you receive that text?
You sent it to me.
Yeah? What did you read it from?
Before his girlfriend left the house, he took a picture of her phone on the table.
This man is about to experience the worst day of his life. He's wearing a swimsuit because he's about to dive into this pool. Except in this pool there are literally millions of small creatures. So his grandmother, who's preparing him and encouraging him, as you'll see, it's really scary. The happy man slides smoothly, and as you can see, into the pool, and for now, we don't know much. We just see small fish, maybe a little in the water. Except as soon as he gets all the way in, well, look at what happens. He sits down, and after a few seconds, all the small creatures come to him. Only his head remains out of the water. Listen to him. Even he screams. He feels all the little creatures coming to him. But with this camera angle, it's really disgusting. So if you wouldn't want to be in this place either, subscribe. This man is about to experience the worst day of his life. He's wearing a swimsuit because he's about to dive into this pool. Except in this pool there are literally millions of small creatures. So his grandmother, who's preparing him and encouraging him, is...
Alright, we're gonna see that. Yeah, defending his big line till Sylvan loosely. Ace 5 versus King 10. The flop. 5 with 2 hearts.
Is Magnus Carlsen a Grand Master?
Yes.
Is there a rank above that? It's pretty cool.
So loosely continues and gets check raised by Carlsen.
Times it well here, might actually get the best hand to fold.
And that'll take us to the turn, which is the King of Diamonds. Carlsen improves to top pair.
I wonder if he runs this hot in chess.
Carlsen having taken the betting lead on the flop. Bets the turn, 11,000.
Chess is all skill, poker is not. What?
I need to get closer.
Thanks for stalling. Thank you. Any hand that sees a flop is good for you.
Alright, we're gonna see Magnus in action.
Yeah, defending his big blind to a raise from Sylvan loosely. Ace 5 versus King 10. The flop is Jack 9-5 with 2 hearts.
Is it okay if we have food? Yeah, you're all good. Okay, quite a bit's gonna happen very quickly here, and it's all very subtle. Just keep an eye on the activity around my boot. How's the night been?
It's been good. I'm definitely ready to go. Oh, are you able to open
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. It has to be in park. Tell him to give it a go now.
Okay, give
Go
it a go now.
Notice how she gets into my line of sight here. Pretty clever.
Sorry, don't mind me.
You're okay.
What were you gonna do? Oh, whoa, this is so fancy. Yes, no, of course.
Wowie. Dropping something in the boot.
Thank you. Sorry for the food. Oh yeah, is it
All
okay if
good.
I eat?
Yeah, you're totally fine.
Thank you so much. Sorry.
I knew it was happening. I'll take you, but I can't take it. I respect the effort.
Was he full getting in the boot?
It was like tucked in there. I'm like, yeah, bro.
Is it okay if we have food?
Yeah, you're all good. Okay, quite a bit's gonna happen very quickly here, and it's all very subtle. Just keep an eye on the activity around my boot.
Which side were you on Harbor?
What do you mean?
Where's your stance? Like Pearl Harbor comes around, what are you celebrating?
What, you say Harbor? Number one, face, right? I'm not Japanese, right? Number two,
Okay, well,
number two, you have to understand that the Japanese oppressed Korea for like over 50 years.
Okay,
They
that's
tortured
fine.
our people, right? So, and also number three, face, I'm a fucking American through and through.
I asked Jared what you were, and he says, I don't know, pretty much throw a dart in Asia, and it's one of them.
Yeah, did you really say that, Jared?
Yeah.
Do you think I would say that?
Yeah. Which side were you on Harbor?
What do you mean?
Looks like I'll be taking first. Good luck, man. Yeah, good luck to you, man. Alright, dog. I will start off by saying 5 cards face down.
Oh, Sullivan. Oh no, I blundered a pawn. Another pawn blundered. I hope he doesn't go here. What? Are you sure you didn't just lose, buddy? Are we sure we didn't just lose?
This is the smallest truck ever, and I have 4 of them. I have my friends stage the cars in a hidden location so I can drive through and confuse the cops. I got like five cops on me right now.
Perfect, we're in position, we're just waiting.
Alright, yeah. I'm almost there, I'm coming up right now.
Gotta hope they break off on us.
Yeah. Alright, they should be right up there, boys. I'm coming up right now.
Okay, perfect.
I got 1 following me. I got 2 following me. Come on, we gotta get up there before they do. Come on. Go, 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 go!
This kitten was frozen to death, then brought back to life. In late fall, a man found a kitten frozen solid in his mother's house front yard in the countryside. She seemed dead to him, but he tried to warm her up. He took her to the bathroom and washed her with warm water, and put her on heating bath, rubbing her with a towel. He did everything he could to heat her body, hoping she would show any sign of life. Luckily, the kitten started making noises, desperately fighting to survive.
Not ready yet.
After a while, she started walking, but she was weak. He had no milk or wet food, and the vet shop was too far away. He managed to stabilize her state and sent the video to his daughter, who came to take care of her. She fed her milk with a feeding bottle and regained her health. She grew stronger and became one of their
Hall pass! Show me your hall pass! What? You know what this is? This is the mace that they use on bears, faggot! Now let me see your hall pass! It's right here! Alright, cool, brah. Go with Christ. What? You can't just push me up against the... I'm the big Oh my god. What the fuck is this?
And so this shape with 4 sides is what, class?
Ike Braflosky! You littering my hallway, brah?
What are you doing?
I found this in the hallway. Apparently your student Ike has a crush on you. You got a crush on your teacher, brah? Keep it out of my hallway. Go with Christ. Here you go.
I don't think that's really necessary.
Hey, I don't tell you how to run your class. Don't tell me how to run my hallway.
Ike has a crush on teacher. Ike has a crush on teacher.
Hall pass! Show me your hall pass! What? You know what this is? This is the mace that they use on bears, faggot! Now let me see your hall pass! It's right here! Alright, cool, brah. Go with Christ. What? You can't just push me up against the... I'm the big Oh my god.
so pretty today.
Yeah, babe, we should probably go because the movie starts in 10 minutes.
Wait, can you take a picture of me real quick?
Section 215, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. They can hear you. Oh my God, I must look tiny up there, huh?
Está chiquito, está chiquito. So little.
Before I say anything else, you guys, a big hand for Bay Area legend, Mr. Chuy Gomez. The first man to ever put me on the radio in the Bay Area. Thank you, Chuy. And of course, another big round of applause for my friend, the man, the myth, the legend. Give it up for Martin. This is so cool how now you guys recognize him. You see him and you're like, that's him. That has to be Martin. Seriously, with that crazy hair, the tattoos, the goatee, you know exactly who it is. Now, in this building, there was people freaking out over by the merchandise table. I saw this girl lose it. She ran over to Martin screaming, ah! And then started hugging him. And then Martin looks at me. He's like, dude. I'm like, hey, she's not pressing charges. Hug her back. That's rare. So then the girl turns around and she sees me and she goes, hey! And then I was like, hey! And she was like, can you take our picture? All right. So that's what that feels like. Yeah, here we go. I'm getting ready to snap the picture and she's hugging Martin and she's like, I cannot wait to tell my friends that I met Machete. I lost it. I was like, smile, Machete! Smile, Machete! He was so sad. He was like, bro, she recognized me, but she thought it was someone else. I said, hey, get over it. I was Operation Repo for 3 years, okay? Just be thankful you got recognized. So let me tell you what's happened since the last time we've been here in the Bay, you guys. By the way, I hope you like our decorations here. Since the last time we've been here, a couple of things have changed. One of which is I am officially down 100 pounds. Yeah. I know some of you in the front are looking at me right now like, well, how big were you? I know. Hercules. Yeah. Anyways, you guys, let me tell you what happened. Basically, I found out I was a little sick. I was diagnosed about 2 years ago, type 2 diabetic. Now, I maxed out at 445 pounds. Yeah, that's way past fluffy, okay? Let's be honest, that's not even, damn! 445 pounds, that's borderline Discovery Channel fat. That was like, I couldn't leave the house, you know?
He wants to go to the movies.
It was really bad, you guys, and so I was waking up every morning with a 300 plus sugar level. Now, anyone who knows anything about diabetes, that is super high. And you do that enough times, and eventually, clear. It's so hard to say goodbye.
They buried him in frosting. It was the sweetest funeral ever. Everyone got a cupcake. It was a shit. It was so nice.
I'm at the doctor's office, you guys, and the doctor tells me, he says, listen, Gabriel, you're 445 pounds, your weight is out of control, your diabetes is out of control, you're 35 years old, you will not live another 2 years. I guarantee it. And I got very emotional. I was like, are you serious? He goes, 2 years tops. And I was like, but I just started making money. Well, it's gonna be a nice funeral. I was like, what an ass. So it took a lot for me to finally start doing something about it, you know, because it's not like this is the first time I try to lose weight. This has been happening for a long time, but somebody tells you you're gonna die, you actually wake up. So what it took was, it took the support of my friends, my family, and, you know, especially, I gotta give credit where credit is due. Martin, you guys, helped me out so much because he's always encouraging me to go to the gym. Let's go work out, bro. Let's go do something. And more importantly than let's go work out is, you know, we're on the road together 46 weeks out of the year, so we eat together a lot, and he's always watching what I eat. And if he sees me reaching for something I shouldn't mess with,
Not ready yet.
especially breakfast. That's my favorite meal. I love breakfast. And they always put us at these nice hotels where they give us this continental breakfast with a buffet. And, you know, if I'm eating eggs and bacon and sausage, that's fine. Yes, some of it's fattening, but guess what? No sugar. If Martin sees me reaching for muffins or waffles, he makes a scene. He waits for me to get about 15 feet away, and he starts yelling in front of all the people at the restaurant. Oh yeah, he's still ghetto. Uh-huh. I don't care if it's a Ritz-Carlton. Guess what? Machete's here. He starts yelling. He waits for me to get 15 feet away, and then he starts. Really, bro? You're gonna put that in your mouth, Fluffy? You know what that's gonna do to your body? Hey, have some self-respect. And he makes me cry at breakfast. I'm sad. I'm like, I don't want the muffin. I don't want it. I don't want the muffin. I'm not a little whore. I'm not. I'm not a little whore. But see, that is a real friend who would protect me and remind me, hey, bro, get mad at me all you want. I just want you to live. And I gotta respect that. That's why I love that dude, you know? And in turn, sometimes I gotta check Martin. Yeah. Believe me, it goes both ways. Sometimes I have to check him. Not about his weight, but he has his demons too. You know? Oh, believe that. Yes, sometimes there's limited space at the hotels where we're staying at. So sometimes we gotta double up on a room. And every now and then, Martino brings some random girl to the room at 3 o'clock in the morning, wakes me up. I gotta look at him and say, really, bro? You're gonna put that in your mouth? Do you know what that's gonna do to your body? Hey, have some sense. He doesn't. He really doesn't. So let me tell you guys. I'm in the doctor's office and he tells me, he says, listen, Gabriel, obviously working out isn't cutting it. I have a friend who specializes in gastric bypass, and I think it would benefit you greatly to at least listen to what the guy has to say. It couldn't hurt. So he hands me a card. The card says BH Surgical Center. I make an appointment. I show up to this place. I get to the door. The door doesn't say BH Surgical Center. It actually says Center for the Morbidly Obese. Yeah, that shit's not cute. So I figure I'm there, I might as well check it out. So I walk in, I go over to the receptionist, and I ask, right spot? And she was cool. She was like, yes, sir, you're in the right location. Can I ask you something? Absolutely. Why does this say Center for the Morbidly Obese on the door? The doctors prefer it that way. Why don't you have that on the card? Because then you won't come in. First time? Yeah, first time. So she hands me a clipboard, and she goes, please take this clipboard and have a seat. They'll call you in a few minutes. So I turn around and I sit down on this couch, and I start filling out the paperwork. And it wasn't like insurance forms and stuff like that. It was actually more of like a questionnaire. They ask you a bunch of questions, and you have to answer from 1 to 10 how unhealthy you think you are. And it's not going good. It's not. I'm like, oh, freaking 8, 8, 9, 9, 9, 9, 10, 9, 9, 10, 9, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. And as I'm filling out the paperwork outside the door, I hear. All of a sudden, the door opens up, and this dude walks in, freaking. I was like, oh my God, you're morbid. Immediately, my score got better. I'm like, shoot, I'm a 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I'm healthy by default. He makes his way over to the receptionist, and she's like, are you here for the 8:30? Is this your first time here? Because the doctors prefer it that way. Because then you won't come in. Oh, God. Take this clipboard and have a seat. They'll call you in a few minutes. So he turns around, and he looks at me and my sofa. And he's like, I swear it was like the opening scene to the movie Pacific Rim. He's like, I was like, ah! No one's sitting here. Yeah, it's all you, bro. He turns around and he lines himself up with the sofa and he starts doing this little shuffle backwards. Now keep in mind, I see this coming towards me, right? He's like, all of a sudden the back of his knees hit the edge of the couch and you hear the click. And then free fall. And he hit. And I was like, woo! And at that moment, they call me in, Mr. Iglesias, hey, wish me luck. So I walk into the office, I'm greeted by a nurse. The nurse is really nice. In addition to being nice, she's actually a fan, which made it so much better for me. She comes over and she's like, Mr. Iglesias, this is such an honor. I'm such a huge fan. I am gonna make this as painless as possible. I have to weigh you. I'm like, you know what? I'm good. I weighed myself at the house. I'm 445 pounds. I'm good. I have to confirm that. And in my head, I'm like, why would I make that up? You know what I mean? Like, if you're 200 pounds and you lie and say you're 195, I get it. But once you achieve a certain level of, it's pretty clear. So I said, fine. Where's it at? Excuse me? Where's it at? Where's the scale? Because I want to walk up to the scale so I can grab the stupid brick, pick it up, slide it all the way to the end, and put it down. You know the scale I'm talking about, right? The one that has that heavy arm where you get on and it's loud. I call it the scale Nazi. You get on and it's like, Sikhael! She starts laughing. She goes, Mr. Iglesias, you are so silly. Actually, our scale is industrial. Anytime someone uses the word industrial and you're in the sentence, oh, you messed up. She goes, Mr. Iglesias, it's built directly into the floor. Stand on the little X. I'm like, oh my God, I'm a semi. And then she gives me instructions. She goes, Mr. Iglesias, listen, stand still. I'm going to press the little button on the wall. It's going to make a sound, and then your weight is going to appear in the little window. And I'm like, make a sound? In my head, I'm like, I hope it's not, you know. So I'm bracing myself. I'm waiting. I'm like, and then she presses it, and it was actually cute. It was like a casino sound. It was like, hold on, my shoes. You're laughing. It's 3 pounds, bro. So then she walks me into the doctor's office. I sit down. Doctor walks in, and we spoke for an hour. In a nutshell, what he says is that he wants to take my stomach, which in his opinion is the size of an NFL football, and he wants to cut it and make it the size of a hard-boiled egg. Therefore, you only eat this much, and you lose weight with time. Problem with gastric bypass is that if you don't stick to their program religiously, not only will you not lose weight, you will gain weight, and you'll have a series of complications. And then he asks, do you travel a lot? I'm like, I'm on the road 46 weeks out of the year. He goes, this is not going to work for you. I'm like, I agree. I like 2 eggs. I said, well, what should I do? He goes, I don't know, but this isn't going to work. So I left the office. I was bummed out, you guys. I get in my car. I was so depressed because I'm like, someone told me I got 2 years to live. Surgery is my last hope. And so I started crying. I was sad. I was in the car. I'm crying. I'm like, what the hell am I going to do? And the only thing that could cheer me up was a drive-thru. And I know that sounds crazy. Some of you are like, isn't that what got you in that position to begin with? Yes, but it's the only thing that made sense. There's a reason why it's called comfort food. Think about that. Anytime you see someone eating a burger, they never look sad. They always look happy. You might look sad walking in, you might look sad walking out, but when the actual event of eating a burger is happening, life couldn't be better. That's right. My girl told me that I make sounds when I eat burgers. I didn't know. Apparently I do. I'm eating a burger and I'm like, She was like, are you eating that or are you eating that? Think about it. Who's sad when they're eating fast food? I'll tell you who's sad. The person eating a salad watching someone eat fast food. That's who's sad. So I pull up to this fast food restaurant with a big M on it. And the guy in the speaker's like, you know, may I help you? And I'm crying. I'm like, you have no idea. What I eventually wound up doing, you guys, is I started low carbing. Now, I am not eating healthy by no means, okay? I still eat fast food every single day. And people question it. How do you eat fast food and lose 100 pounds? I'll give you an example. I'll go to a burger place and I'll order a double cheeseburger. I won't eat the bread. I won't eat the onions, the tomato, the ketchup. I'll eat the meat, the cheese, the mayo, the mustard, and I'll order up to 3 with like 3 diet sodas. And people go, that's unhealthy. The cholesterol's gonna kill you. I agree. But guess what? Cholesterol's gonna take 10 years to kill me. Diabetes is gonna do it in 2. Right now, I'm winning by 8. Hell yeah, that's called fluffy math, bro. There's a lot of people mad in here right now. Fluffy found a loophole, yes. So I started low carbing, I started doing yoga, and I know that sounds like a joke right there. Yeah, some of you are like, he means yogurt. No, yoga. Freaking DDP helped me, and then I started lifting weights, and it's kind of hard for me, guys, because now I have people at my shows telling me, we're noticing there's a little difference. You're a little less fluffy. What's gonna happen if you keep losing weight? What are we gonna call you? What are we gonna call you? I lift weights, call me Buffy, I don't care. The point is that I'm not trying to lose weight for vanity's sake. I'm very secure. The point is that I'm trying to lose weight so I can be around for my family, so I can be around for my friends, and so I can be around for you. I'm not trying to preach to nobody. This is what you got to do with your life. Hell no, shoot. You like burgers? Kill it. Dale gas. I'm just saying that's what I'm going through. And then people think, oh, he's trying to lose weight because he's doing movies. He wants to look better. He wants to be accepted. He wants to be accepted. No. Don't get it twisted, you guys. Don't even think that. At my highest weight of 445 pounds, the level of acceptance I had was amazing, okay? To put it to you like this, at 445 pounds, there was women throwing themselves at me. At 445 pounds, there was men. Oh, in Bay Area, let me tell you something about gay men. I know you're in here. I saw the line. I'm going to tell you something about gay men. Gay men are very creative, they're very persistent, and they're very opportunistic when they want to achieve the mission. They're just as calculated as straight men are. I'll give you an example. I'll tell you a story, right? So one night, Martin and I are at a bar, and we're having drinks. And that should come as no surprise. Oh, really? They were drinking? Yeah, we killed it. So as we're drinking, Martin is paying attention, and he's listening in to a conversation that's happening about 15 feet away between these two girls. They're going back and forth, and one of them was like, I don't believe we finished the whole bottle.
How the hell are we supposed to get home?
Martin stands up, looks at me, and says, bro, I'll be back. And then it began, the hunt. You know, freaking. Gay men are the exact same way. They listen, they focus, they pay attention. They wait for one of the cows to get away from the rest of the herd so they can corner it and strike. 4 hours later, Martin and I are at the bar, and I'm 16 shots of tequila in. Oh yeah, and I feel fantastic. And I tell Martin, bro, I don't remember the last time I had this many shots of tequila. And Martin goes, bro, you're crazy, Fluffy. You're crazy. Wait right here. I gotta pee. And so he leaves to the restroom, and I'm leaning against the bar. The bar is the only thing keeping me standing. And from across the room, this guy stands up, looks at his friends, and says, I'll be back. And then it began, the hunt. Dun, 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 dun. And he gets in my face and he tells me, I just have to say, I am such a huge fan of yours. Oh my God! Anytime someone says they're a huge fan of mine, it automatically makes me smile. Even more so if I've been drinking. Oh yeah, if I'm drinking, I'm like, thank you. Thank you. Bro, I was so loaded, I bowed. Thank you. The guy puts his hand on my shoulder and he says, I just have to say, you have gotten me through some difficult time. And he stops talking and he squeezes and he goes, oh my God. Do you work out? I was so drunk, I said, a little. You're the first person to notice. And he's like, oh, you can totally tell. And he squeezed again, and I said, I'm sorry, am I overstepping? No, bro, you don't understand. I'm stressed out. That felt pretty good. Want me to rub both your shoulders and your back and scratch it? Because I will. Oh, whoa! Hey, go for it. He grabs me by the shoulders, you guys. He grabs me by the shoulders and he turns me around. Now I'm facing the bartender, and the bartender is trying to warn me. The bartender's like, hello, 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 hello. I'm so drunk, I'm like, ah! This guy is working my neck well. I'm like, It feels so good, I push off the bar. At that moment, Martin returns from the restroom. He sees what's going on. He doesn't stop it. He doesn't say a word. As far as I know, Machete is taking notes. The guy turns me back around and he says, I just have to say, if you were mine, I would cook for you every single day of your life. At that moment, Martin cuts into the conversation like a referee at the end of a bad fight, and he hugs me and he holds me and he goes, dude. And I go, dude. And then I looked at the guy. Hey, what can you cook? And Martin shook me. Gabriel, what? And he drags me away. And I go, Martin, what are you doing, bro? You can't do that. That's rude. He goes, dude, that guy was trying to hook up with you. No, Martin, no. He was trying to feed me. Why are you always food blocking, bro? I'm your friend. I'm your friend, Gabriel. You're not my friend. You're not my friend. When's the last time you rubbed my shoulders, huh? When's the last time you said, Fluffy, I'll cook for you? You don't cook for me. You made me throw away muffins. We're arguing so hard, you guys. Now this guy thinks we're gay. He's like, oh my God, I'm such a homewrecker. And then he ran. The point to that story is, I started losing weight for health reasons. Some of you are like,
He went a little far for that.
poquito. What I think is funny is that now people are questioning my shows. They're like, well, what is Gabriel gonna talk about if he continues to lose weight? What's he gonna talk about? I'm like, seriously, between the amount of crazy friends that I have and the amount of alcohol I drink on a regular basis and the amount of crazy random places we visit, I will always have stories for you guys. Random stories. Stories no one else has. Stories like Martin and I just got back from India. Yeah. So let me tell you, I started posting on Facebook and Twitter that we were gonna go out there to do these shows. And then people started sending me messages, questioning what I was gonna do. First of all, are they gonna understand you in India? Will they understand English okay? Will they be able to follow along with your stories? Once we got there, I come to find out that more people speak English in India than in all of the US and Canada put together. Might as well throw Mexico in there for extra credit. Because there's that many people, and yes, they have the internet. They got the internet, they got Bollywood, they got Hollywood. They understand American culture so much more than we understand theirs. Second thing, people tried to warn me about going over there.
Gabriel, be careful. India is a third world country. Don't drink the water in India. It contains parasites that'll make you really sick. Don't eat the food from the street people, especially the street meat. It contains a parasite that'll make you really sick. And most importantly, there's a lot of crime over there. Don't stay out late. When the sun goes down, you go down.
I'm like, is it that bad? Parasites. So I'm like, let me get this straight. There's a lot of crime. Don't stay out late. Don't eat any of the food from the street vendors. And don't drink the water. Why does that sound familiar? That's Mexico! When Martin and I got over there, we found out that Indian people and Mexican people have so much in common, you guys. I'm telling you, it's insane how similar we are, especially the food. The food is so similar. For example, Mexicans love tortillas. Indian people love naan bread, which is a fluffier form of a tortilla. Mexicans love chicken. Indians love chicken. Mexicans love hot and spicy. Indians invented hot and spicy. Most popular drink in Mexico is Fanta. Most popular drink in India is Fanta. Indian people worship cows. Mexicans love barbecues. A lot of similarities. Most of the people that I met over there were very hardworking and humble. And I gotta tell you, every time I talked to someone, I was always greeted the same way. They'd look at me, they'd put their hands together, they'd do a little bow, and they say, Namaste, which is an endearing hello. It's really nice and sweet. And then I noticed that Indian people, when you're talking to them, do this thing with their head, where it will begin to move side to side as they're speaking. Now, at first, when you notice it, you think, oh, he slept wrong. He just got a kink in his neck. Get a Tempur-Pedic! Now, when they start speaking, their head starts moving. And I noticed this. The guy is checking us into the hotel, and he's really cool. He's like, listen, if you have any problems at all, okay, you call the front desk, you press 0. We will send somebody to your room to help you. Whatever you need, we got it for you right here, okay? It's very good. Now, one thing I notice is the more they talk and the more excited Indian people get, the more the head starts to move around. Somebody at the hotel yelled out to the clerk, that's Fluffy. And the guy was like, oh my God, I don't believe it. I can do it. I thought it was you. I thought it was you. Oh my God, I cannot believe it. This is so crazy. Oh my God, Fluffy, Fluffy, Fluffy. Even crazier than that is that the mouth is actually connected to the neck. When the mouth stops moving, the head stops wherever the mouth left off. And when you see Indian people talking to each other, you can see it. Okay, let me tell you something. Okay, okay, hold on. Wait, hold on, wait, okay. Like if you're Indian and you stutter, you are so screwed. Somebody stop him! I'm not gonna lie, you guys. When I first saw this happen, I thought it was hysterical. I thought it was funny. But then I started thinking about it. Head movement is just a form of expression. No matter where you live in this world, people express themselves in their own unique way, whether through facial expressions, hand gestures, body movement, extra words. Everywhere you go, things are different, and that's just how they express themselves in India. Now, back to the whole Indians-Mexican thing. That is something else that we share in common with Indian people. Head movement. Now, some of you in the building tonight are like, stupid, we don't have head movement. Yes, we do. It's a little different. See, with Indian people, the head movement is side to side. Mexicans, our head movement is front to back. The difference between that is that with Mexicans, we have to be very, very upset in order for you to see the head movement. Otherwise, you can't tell. With Indians, it's all the time. Oh, today is such a nice day. It is such a beautiful day today. I'm so happy. It's very nice, very good. Oh my God, I can't believe it's so nice. It's such a pretty. Mexicans, when we're mad, that's when it comes out. For non-Latinos, hey, trust me, you cut off a Mexican in traffic, see what happens. ¡Sácate, pendejo! ¡Lárgate, cabrón! ¡Quítate, desgraciado! That's funny. I don't know why the black people are laughing. You guys take it all. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, hell no. I know he ain't talking about me. I hit a bell. I hit a bell. I made myself dizzy doing it. So let me tell you guys, if you ever get the opportunity to travel to India, I encourage you to check it out. You are gonna see some beautiful things. You are gonna see some amazing things. You are gonna see some sad, depressing things and some real horrible things. Overall, it's a well-balanced trip. But when you get back home here to the United States, you will have a whole different appreciation for your life. Believe that. I guarantee this, you guys. There's a lot of people in India, and with a lot of people comes a lot of traffic. First things first, American traffic and Indian traffic, very different. Here, whatever happens on the freeway will stop the whole freeway. In India, there's 10 times the traffic, but it moves. See, the problem is Americans, we're fascinated by accidents. We're fascinated by the idea of seeing potential death. That's why we slow down on the freeways. We say we don't want to see it, but what happens in traffic? You know, what's going on over there? There doesn't even have to be a collision. You could be on the 101 freeway and a car has a tire blowout and it spins. Doesn't hit anything. It's now facing oncoming traffic. You know what happens to the rest of the freeway? Even on the other freeway where there's no accident. And again, what's going on? What's going on? I'm sorry. Hey, somebody might be dead. Sorry. In India, if there's an accident in the middle of the street, you know what they do? They drive right around it. They don't stop. And it's not that they're not sensitive to the situation. They are. It's just that there's so much chaos that happens on a regular basis. They just need to get to work. They do see what's happening. And believe me, they're heartfelt. You know, they'll drive around. I'm so sorry for you. Nothing stops the flow of traffic in India. They need to get from point A to point B. And so they go. If there's an accident, they drive around. If there's something blocking the street, they get on the sidewalk to go around. It's amazing the way they drive. And here's something else. No one uses turn signals over there. No one uses turn signals. They use a horn. Now, if you go to India tomorrow, from the time you get there to the time you leave, you're constantly going to hear a horn. It's an actual language when people are driving. I'll show you. You're driving? Car on your right. Car on your left. Light up ahead. They talk to each other while they're driving, and they barely miss each other every single time. Also, you'll be on the 101 freeway here, and there'll be 6 lanes. In India, you'll see 6 lanes, but guess what? You'll see 12 cars across. Yes, they have lines, but they're basically there to let you know more or less the direction you might want to go in. They're this close to each other. And even at the light, they communicate. You see everything. Cars, trucks, vans, motorcycles, pedestrians, cows, children, all waiting for the light. And they talk at the light with the horn. Very good, you can go, you can go. Welcome, you're welcome, go. Nothing stops the flow of traffic over there. Indian people drive, think of ants. You know how ants travel in a straight line? And if there's something in their way like a rock, ants will split up, go around the rock and reunite or climb over the rock. Worst case scenario, they dig a hole and go under the rock. That's the mentality of driving in India. A man can get shot in the middle of the street. People just look at each other. Somebody pick him up. And they'll drag his ass onto the sidewalk. And if there's an accident and they need to get around, guess what's gonna happen to that guy on the sidewalk? Nothing stops the flow of traffic in India, except a cow. Now, I know we've always heard the stories and the jokes about, oh, Indian people don't eat hamburgers. I asked the question and I found out. It's believed that cows are people who have died and they've been reincarnated and their new life is now the cow, which is why they don't eat them and why they give them all the love and respect in the world over there. I saw this firsthand. There's a cow crossing the street while we're driving. And the cows know, they're cocky. They know that they can cross. Friggin', all the and the cows out there all cocky. Gling, 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 gling. No one honks at the cows. No one yells at the cows. No one touches the cows. They wait for the cows to finish crossing. The cow that we had laid down. The driver just shut off the car. Started tweeting. There is a cow in the middle of the street. Hashtag Momo. I asked the driver, what's going on? Sir, there is a cow. I see that there's a cow. Are you gonna honk at it, go around? What's gonna happen? We cannot honk at the cow. We must wait for the cow to move. You're kidding. I am not kidding. We must wait for the cow. We drove past a dead body 15 minutes ago. That is probably him. Like seriously, the driving situation over there is so intense, you guys. One morning while we're there, I needed to get to the airport fast because I overslept. And so I get in the cab and I hand the driver a $50 bill. And I go, sir, I am running very late. I need to get to the airport as soon as possible. Whatever side street you have to take or back road, I'm all for it. Whatever you have to do, let's do it. And I hand him the money and he goes, very good, let's go. And we take off. The guy is hitting anywhere from 50 to 70 miles an hour on the street. We are making incredible time. I notice that we're heading in the direction of a red light. You ever been in a car with someone and you're paying attention to what's going on and you notice that you're about to hit a red light and you know how you start to mentally and physically prepare yourself for the deceleration of the car and you start anticipating the pressure from the brake, and if you don't get the sensation of slowing down by a certain point, all alarms go off in your head and you sock the driver in the chest. Hey! Not only did I not get the sensation of slowing down, I got the opposite. He gunned it towards the light and it caught me off guard. I couldn't even scream. I was like, and then I got air. Hey, pull over! Pull over! He didn't even know what he did. He looks at me, he goes, what is wrong? What do you mean, what is wrong? Dude, didn't you see the red light? As calm as can be. Didn't you see there was no one there? You told me, whatever you have to do, okay? Whatever you have to do, you do. Do you want to yell or do you want to make plain? He made a good point. I sounded like a third grader. I want to make plain. Like seriously, that's a video game I want to see. I want to see Grand Theft Auto India. It was so crazy, you guys. And this is just us being there. I haven't even gotten to the part of us performing. We were in Mumbai, Bangalore, and Delhi. Okay, these three places is where we went to perform. Mumbai and Bangalore, the shows went over very, very well. Okay, there were about 1,500 to 2,000 people, which is amazing for a few going over there. I was like excited, yes. And then we get to Delhi. And when we got to Delhi, you guys, it got a little crazy. Martin walks out on stage and the crowd recognized him and they started chanting, Martin! Anytime I hear that, I'm like, they know him, it's gonna be a good show. So Martin starts cracking jokes. The crowd starts laughing. He's cracking more jokes. The crowd keeps laughing. All of a sudden, I hear this. Martin doesn't say a word to them. He gets off stage, next comedian comes out, and then Martin comes over to me and he says, bro, I don't know.
Okay, I didn't cure anything. Jesus Christ. Fucking Lifetime Achievement Award out here. I have been on the road for the last 5 months. I don't know, man. I just really thinking the worst of people. Really am. You see some of the animals. Some of the animals I see. Like, I was in the airport the other day, right? I'm sitting there waiting for my flight, just hating my life. And watching this lady, she's eating Egg McMuffins, like plural. It just threw like 3 of them. Right down her throat like a pelican, just like right down her gullet. And when she was done, she wiped her face with the bag. With the bag. Not even like a gentleman, like, no, just do the corners and she just got a straight razor shave. Just an absolute animal. I saw this other dude, he was so out of shape, he was like trying to itch his back and he couldn't reach it. So he walked up to a support pole that was holding up an entire floor of the airport and just walks up and he just starts like rubbing up against it. Like a grizzly bear, just sitting there. Just a fucking animal. Dude, I am so pro swine flu, it's like ridiculous. I want it. We need a plague. I'm telling you, we need a plague. It's gotta happen, and don't be afraid. It's only gonna kill the weak, you know? Seriously, put on a sweater, take some vitamins, you're gonna be fine. You gotta let Mother Nature do her thing, man. She keeps trying to help us out, and we won't let her do it. Keeps trying to thin the herd every single time. We're like, oh, go down and get your vaccination. Why? Why? So Egg McMuffin lady can breed with the back fat guy, you know? It's gotta happen. You gotta let it do it. Seriously, plague, it's like nature's forest fire, you know? Just let it burn out all the dead wood. No, I swear to God, we're the only species that saves the weak. We really are. Lions don't do that shit, you know? Lion gets a little thorn in his paw and everybody says, oh, he's having an intervention. How you feeling? Is everything all right? You need some penicillin? And it's like, fuck him. That's why there's no traffic on the Serengeti. Not a bunch of lions just standing there in gridlock. What the fuck is going on up there? Dude, go! Just fucking go! Our lady, you get up there, there's some hyena licking his balls, like, oh, that was a big holdup, right? Like you never saw that before. Oh, by all means, slow down and look at it. So, I got a girlfriend, man. I watch a lot of TV with her, you know. I just annoy the hell out of her. She loves watching the Oprah Winfrey Show, and I love, like, watching her watch the Oprah Winfrey Show. And I wait for Oprah to say something stupid, and the second she does, I just take it out on my girl, because I'm an asshole. That's what I do. No, we were watching it the other day, you know, Oprah's on there. She's interviewing some plan, you know. And, she's giving her this big, ridiculous intro. Like, she's done this, she's done that, she's done this, and she does the most difficult job on the planet. She's the mother, and continues on. Immediately, I just look at my girlfriend like, you know, like, really? Being a mother is the most difficult job on the planet? Oh, yeah, all those mothers who die every year from black lung, from inhaling all that coal dust. Dude, women are just constantly patting themselves on the back about how difficult their lives are, and no one corrects them because they want to fuck them. That's what it is. So there's just this tornado of, like, misinformation. I have the most difficult job on the planet. What would you rather be doing? Drilling to the center of the earth, shaking hands with the devil? Every time there's a rumble in the ground, you wait for the whole thing to collapse down on top of you so they can write that folk song about you, you know? Would you rather be up in the sunshine, running around with a couple of toddlers that you can send to bed anytime you want on some sort of trumped-up charges, right? Because you want to have a drink and watch The Price is Right, you know what I mean? I couldn't believe it. It's the most difficult job on the planet. Oh, yeah. I thought roofing in the middle of July is a redhead. I thought that was difficult. But these mothers are bending over at the waist, putting DVDs into DVD players. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it. Dude, any job that you can do in your pajamas is not a difficult job. All right? Give me a break. Jesus Christ, you're 35 years old playing hide and go seek. You're living the dream. You're living the dream. No time card, no taxes. You're off the fucking grid. Making popsicle stick houses. I mean, it's the most difficult job on the planet. Oprah's not even a mother. How the fuck would she know? Unbelievable. Granted, neither am I, but I think it kind of balances itself out. I don't know. I'm so full of shit. I really am. I really realize that about myself. I mean, that's one thing about getting older. You just realize how full of shit you are. You know, people ask you questions, you just start answering them. You know, you get to that point, you're just watching the shit coming out of your mouth. People sitting there listening, taking notes. You know, it's like I flunked everything in high school. Why would you listen to me? You know? I was having lunch with this girl the other day, right in the middle of lunch. She looked across the table from me and she goes, this is gonna seem oddly racist. And I was like, all right, this is gonna be awesome. 41 years old, never heard a conversation started this way. Let's have it, baby. Let's hear what you got. She's just like, there are a lot of Asians in this restaurant. I'm like, that's not racist. Well, that's an observation. There are a lot of Asians in this restaurant. However, if you were to say, what the fuck are all these fucking Asians doing in this goddamn restaurant? That would seem oddly racist. But you still haven't said anything bad about Asians, but you definitely seem to have a problem with them being in the restaurant, which is odd. That's odd, because I've never heard any bad stereotypes about Asians in restaurants. You know what I mean? Like, dude, they come in, they're taking up all the tables, you know? Just being all Asian.
I'm out of range. I can't do that.
What do you hear? All you hear is about that driving, right? And even that was bullshit. If they suck, there's no happy medium. You know? Either Tokyo Drift, 90 miles an hour, driving sideways, parallel parking, break dancing into the club. Right? You're like, Jesus Christ, is that guy from the future? How does one man possess all of that talent? They just stop in an intersection. You know? They don't even get mad. They're like, I know I suck. I don't know what it is. It's like, it's boring. It's almost like it's so simple. I just start daydreaming and I don't know. I find a lot of that racial stuff like fascinating. You know, like the different rules of like who gets in trouble, who doesn't. Like I've noticed black people have the genius to put the curse word after they say the race of the person. Where white dudes, we always put it in front. And if we would just make that little adjustment, it would save so many careers, so many jobs could be saved in the white community if we would just put it after. You never noticed that in conversation? You know, black guy goes, man, I was standing in, this Asian motherfucker came in, he starts talking about it. You don't even hear it. You're just sitting there, oh, what did this Asian motherfucker do? I would love to hear the rest of this story, right? Dude, I would tell the exact same story, right? I'm standing there, this fucking Asian comes in, right? Everybody's all like, whoa, hey, easy. What year is it, you know? It's like, dude, I just said what he said. I just preempted the fuck. That's all I did. He suggested he's hooking up with people's mothers. I'm not even doing that. It's just a quick, I got it out of the way. Just how I talk. The fucking guy came in, this fucking Asian. Dude, are you wearing sandals? Jesus Christ. Oh my God, sandals with... Middle of December. Yeah, fuck it. You're one of those people. Man, my feet don't get cold. Man, they don't get cold. You know, it's funny. One guy, big ski parker in shorts. Yeah, my legs don't get cold. Legs don't get cold. That's like his only hope of hooking up with somebody. Interesting to mate with. Yeah, make a strong baby. His legs don't get cold. I don't know what it is. Plenty of blood for the organs. That had nothing to do with you. That had to do with me being on the road for 4 months. That's all it is. I love this city, man. This is one of my favorite cities to come out to, man. I really do. I do. I like it. You know why? Now you got there's enough weirdos here. You still got like a, there's enough mom and pop sort of independent run stores. That's a big thing with me.
I'm out of
like
range.
When I go on the road, I can't do these chains anymore. I just can't. You know how depressing it is to go to a town and see like another horde of fat people stumbling out of a cheesecake factory? Oh, they're horrific. Just pressing their face up against the glass. Man, they put cookies in that one, It's like they're inventing ways to get extra fat,
I'm out of range.
You know what I like? You know what I hate about these corporate chains? You go in there, you're paying for a business. They make you like do half the job now. I don't get it. Like I walk in, hey, let me get a turkey sandwich, lettuce, tomato on rye with mayonnaise. Or turkey sandwich, lettuce, tomato on rye. Yeah, and mayonnaise. Oh, the mayonnaise is it's right over there. Really? Why don't you fucking go over there, put it on my sandwich? You get it? I'm on this side of the register. Guy who orders the sandwich, guy who fucking makes the sandwich. You get it? I'm sorry they fired the mayonnaise guy, but I'm not doing it. I just gave you 100% of the money to make 100% of the sandwich. This isn't like a relay race. You make half the sandwich, then you hand it off to me. I run over, I throw a pickle on it, feed over to my mom. She sticks an olive with a toothpick in it. Do you recognize me? Because I don't fucking work here, all right? Make the sandwich. I'm out. I gave you the money. I'm out. It's over. That's the end of my part.
It's too far.
No, I asked the guy for a drink. He gave me a cup. I finally go, you know what? Let me just get this whole thing going. And the guy's like, all right, did you know this? They're right over there. He just snapped the lid on top. I just wanted to grab this guy by his coat.
Can't do that yet.
Where is it? Where's who? The guy making me do all this extra shit. Where is it? I just choke my way up that corporate ladder till I get to that eyes wide shut party and everybody's sitting there getting blown. Right? And I come and just break the door open. The second they see my angry face in that lid, I didn't have to explain myself. Just put it over somebody's face and it starts. How big's your fucking yacht gotta be? No, that's the thing. It's like never enough. It's never enough with those guys. You know what I can't stand now? Is when you, let's get that out of the way for the taping. Cannot have that here for taping. Cannot have a bottle cap. Let me put that down there. What if I slip and fell 17 minutes into my set? Then what happens, huh? All goes off the rails. Now it's not a special. No, you know what I like is when you go into these places, right? Even when they're getting your money, like, that's not enough for them. They want to suck like, more information out of you. When I bought toiletries the other day, they asked me for like my phone number.
Inventory.
Ringing it up. They go, can we have your phone number? No. Well, Theory, we're not going to do anything with this. Really? You're just collecting numbers just for the fuck of it, you idiot? No, you can't have my phone number. Then they get like, well, sir, I have to put something in. If I don't input something in, I can't get to the next. What do I do? Well, fucking lean on the keyboard, sweetheart. I don't know what to tell you.
Not enough range.
Stick your finger on the one. There you go. That's my phone number. 15639. That's it. Live in area code 123. Neighborhood. Oh, it's the worst. You have our little savey fuck card? No, I don't. Would you like one? No, I wouldn't. Well, why not? Because you're up to something. I don't know what you're up to, but I know you don't want to make less money, all right? Stop fucking with me. Just ring this up and let me get on Evidently, what you're doing is you're giving them a free survey on what products you can't live without so they can jack the price of that up under the guise of giving you like a nickel off of like bootleg Fruit Loops. That's basically. I read it on the internet. It's gotta be true, right? It's gotta be. No, I try to read. I can't. It makes me sleepy. No, it does. It's unreal. I can watch like 18 hours of TV, you know, one murder mystery after another, you know, be on YouTube all night long. Spent 4 hours the other night just watching people get bit by poisonous snakes. You know, just having the time of my life. That's what you get, you dumb bitch! Just screaming at my computer. Hey, you know what it meant? It just felt good just to get it out. Well, you give me a book, I just can't do it. I get like halfway down, just start nodding off. I don't know, you know what the worst things are? Those automated machines. You guys have those out here? Those automated checkout machines? You know, it's unbelievable. I couldn't believe it the first time I walked into a supermarket and I saw that. I was like, this is ridiculous. Here it is, I thought I was a comedian. Evidently, I also work at a grocery store. Holy shit, I can't believe I forgot my apron. God damn it, was I working tonight? Check the schedule.
Not enough
Did
range.
you realize the balls of that? The balls of that. Yeah, I'm gonna have a store. You come in, you pick out what you want, you bring it up, you pay me, you put it in a bag, and then you get the fuck out of my store. All right? Let's go, people. Step it up. I'm trying to run a business here. Dude, if that is the future, if there's gonna be no employees at a grocery store, I'm never paying for food again. I'll be hooking up my friends, like rolling hams out the front door. I want to steal now. I just don't have the nerve. I just want to fill up a whole grocery cart full of food, right? Just walk up to one of those automated machines. You count 5 Mississippi. Guess they don't want to get paid. They just start walking out. Then when security shows up, you just play dumb. Like, what? I didn't know. Sir, you have to bring that back. No, I don't. What, are you gonna cut my hours? I don't work here. I did my job. I picked out what I wanted. I brought it up. I was gonna pay you, but you weren't there, so I fucking left. You know? What'd you think I was gonna do, arrest myself? Yeah, God forbid you want help. I'm telling you, I'm done with all these chains. I'm done with all of them. You can't get any help. You can't get anybody on the phone. And if you actually get somebody on the phone, you know, nobody can help, but everybody understands. You know, and they're always sorry. Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Yes, I understand. Well, I'm sorry. I don't know why they transferred you to me. I'm sorry. Well, I would be upset too, sir. I understand. I totally understand, and I'm sorry, and there's nothing I can do, right? And the whole time, all they're doing is trying to get you to curse so you hang up. No, so they can hang up on you. That's all they're doing. They're trying to get you to curse so so they can just hang up on you, you know? So they gradually, but if you don't curse, they can't hang up on you. You can just keep torturing them. Well, why is that? You just keep it going around and around. So then what they do is then they try to suddenly make it your fault. Well, sir, did you know your plane was going to be late? Well, why didn't you call ahead? Why didn't you call ahead? Because on a fucking airplane. Sir, I don't need to listen to that. Click. Fuck! Right? Then you gotta start all over again. Do you know how many times a week people say to me, why are you yelling? And I never feel like I am. Like this right here is not yelling to me. It's just, you know, I'm passionate about my opinions and I want you to hear all of them before you get to talk again. That's basically it. It's not anger. Why are you yelling? Stop yelling. I'm not yelling. I got another couple of octaves. I can fucking... No, it's brutal. I don't want to be this guy, you know? I'm halfway through my life at this age, you know, and I've been an angry son of a bitch, and I gotta turn this around, man. I'm embarrassed with my I don't want to be that guy. You die as the angry guy, that's the worst dude to die as, because then people gotta try to think of happy shit to say about you. It's your funeral. They're just sitting there like, you know, he always paid his bills on time, you know, you gotta give him that, you know? God damn it, you gave this guy a bill, he paid it. This guy was a bill-paying son of a bitch. Ironed his shirt.
I'm out of range.
Say about the guy, he's just... No, I noticed, you know what I know I had an anger problem? It was like, just like little random things. Like I went to this place another time, I'm on the road and I'm ordering food, and I was done ordering. The guy behind the counter asked me if I wanted a cookie, right? And all of a sudden, he said this unbelievable word just to blast this guy right in the face. I'm not trying to be paranoid, but my brain was just sitting there going like, dude, what kind of a man asks another man if he wants a cookie? This guy thinks you're soft or something. Oh, you want a cookie? Huh? You want a cookie there, cupcake? Who the fuck is he? Doesn't fucking know you like that. You know what the sad thing was? I wanted a cookie. I would have loved one. Sit there with a big glass of milk like a 4-year-old. Who doesn't love a cookie? You know? But I say it. I say I want a cookie. You don't fucking. I say it. I say I want a cookie. I bring it up. And if you bring it up, you do it subtle. Not yelling across the restaurant. You want a cookie? You pussy? 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 Gosh, that's what I realized. They gotta. Anybody else's thoughts just wake them up in the middle of the night? You just wake up. You know, I don't think I'm gonna make it. You know. No. You know my big move was. So actually, I'm a lot happier than I used to be, man. I fuck around a lot when I'm up here, but I'm definitely a lot more happier. My big move, you know, I decided I wasn't gonna go home for the holidays. That was a big thing. I had to. There you go, one guy right there. Yeah. I had to. I don't know what age you decided not to, but I went home at 39, not married, no kids, and I was just like, there is no way I am going home at 40. There's no way. There's no way. People already like asking questions. Just looking weird.
I know a galaxy and I could take you for a ride. I had a premonition that we fell into a rhythm with the music on
Tell Joe, you know? Talk about disease, wish it on people, and make fun of people like cake, and you know, eliminate cul-de-sacs, and have a couple of kids, and crash and everyone, and then take their own life. You know, I do that. Dude, I would love to. Look at my head. That makes sense. I don't know what happened. It just scares me when I see married guys. I just get like nervous. Stereotypical married guy, you know? Just like a shell of myself.
I'm one of the greatest, ain't no
every
debating
weekend
on
up on
me.
that
I'm still
silver
levitated,
ladder,
I'm
just
heavily
scooping shit
medicated.
out of the
Ironic,
gutters.
I gave him love and they end up hating on me. She told me she loved me and she
And
been
they were
waiting,
coming
fighting
over,
hard for
you
your
know?
love, and I'm running thin on my patience. Needing someone to hug, even took it back to the basics. You see what you got me out here doing? Might have threw me off, but can't nobody stop the movement. Let's go, left foot, right foot, levitate. Pop stars, do a leap with the baby. I had to lace my shoes for all the blessings I was chasing. If I ever slip, I fall into a better situation. So catch up, go put some cheese on it, get out and get your bread up. They always leave when you fall, but you run together. Weight of the world on my shoulders, I kept my head up. Now baby, stand up, cause girl, you
want me, I want you, baby. My sugar boo, I'm levitating. The Milky Way, we're renegading. Yeah, 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 yeah. I got you, moonlight. You're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. You, moonlight. You're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. You can fly with me tonight. You can fly
what the true big three of this series is. So when I say big three, it's kind of become like a trope in the battle manga as of late. I don't know if it necessarily started with Naruto, but since then a lot of series have been kind of going with that flow. You know, you have like the three main characters. You have like Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura. And in JJK, we thought, for the most part, it was going to be Yuji, Nobara, and Megumi. But now, it doesn't really seem that way because, you know, we talked about it in our first collab that Megumi, a lot of death flags. And, like, we're not surprised if he dies at this point. And Nobara, she might be dead already. Still, no one knows. Now, I don't even know if Gege knows, but Nobara not in the picture anymore. And it makes me think, like, another thing that we were talking about, how Gege subverts tropes. We were talking about how, you know, if you would have said, you know, Yuji's not going to kill Mahito in chapter 132, that's, like, not going to happen. It's actually going to be Kenjaku that comes over. So is something similar happening in this series where we only see what the true big three is in the final arc of it, which is probably going to be Kotsu and Maki. What do you think about that?
Probably, yeah. Yeah, I think. But something I've always wondered, the entire series, are there any other families, like big families, that kind of just got pushed to the side? We got the big three families, you know, like talking about big three. Did any of these big three families in the past get taken over by, let's say, another family? Just as well, but yeah. I'll go back to the main thing. I think, yeah, the big three from the series from now on is going to be Yuji and Maki. That's what I think are our big three, personally.
Because also we had a Kotsu straight up saying that he is going to kill Kenjaku. So I'm thinking, like, you know, we have obviously Yuji versus Sukuna, and now we have Kenjaku versus Kotsu, and I guess Maki versus Rame.
I don't know, Maki's kind of there just flying around helping everyone out, you know, doing her thing. She's just moving at Mark 3 speeds across the battle, just helping everyone out.
So this is a little crazy, a little off the wall, a little headcanon-y, but it's something that I was kind of speaking with my chat the other day, and Diavolo kind of sparked it in my brain, and I kind of want to see what you guys think about it. So going with the big three, I definitely agree that Jujutsu Kaisen, as Gege really wanted it to be, was a complete, you know, destruction of the big three characters. You know, that trope where there's two guys, a girl, and they have a sensei, and that's the main group of characters that we kind of finish with. Clearly, as we all mentioned, that's not going to be the case. But in the history of Jujutsu Kaisen, we have a lot of big threes. We have the three families that survived in the Jujutsu Society, and also we know we have the three vengeful spirits that kind of started everything back in the day. Now, Kenjaku, Sukuna, Arame, while they're all threatening, Arame maybe not so much as others after what happened with Gojo. Those are three great villains that are going to be going up against, what, 12, 15 people? So I feel like a great way to kind of figure out who's going to be the top three characters out of our protagonist group, the three characters that make the biggest impact out of everybody, would be putting them up against characters that would really challenge them. So I don't want to have another culling game. I don't want to have Kenjaku just reincarnate more players. But what would you guys say if, in order to beef up the villain numbers a little bit, the three final villains that Kenjaku reincarnates to help them out in this would be the three vengeful spirits themselves?
Ooh. Yeah, like, possibly has he even got them under his control? I don't know if he could do that with Gedo's technique, but like, you know, like maybe he drops them along with like all of his cursed spirits to just be a nuisance.
Well, yeah. I feel like that would be a great way to like make the big three, like Maki, Okotsu, and Yuji would get a big fight, because we know like Kenjaku would be a great fight against Yuta. Do we really think Yuta's gonna beat Kenjaku though? Maybe not. I don't know what you guys think about that, but I feel like if we really want a lot of these final group of characters to have a big moment, having only three villains to have them with makes it kind of rough to do that.
Yeah, no, you're right. We do have like a huge lineup of good guys and like only three guys on the villain side, so Kenjaku and Urume. So going to be really interesting to see how like these final battles will play out from here, because while I do think like Gojo and Sukuna, they're for sure they're gonna get a 1v1. It just has to happen. I don't also think that like that necessarily means Sukuna will only beat Gojo, like either before they have their grand fight, assuming Sukuna beats Gojo or whatnot. I think we'll still see like a combination of matches like Yuta and Maki and Hakri against Sukuna, just like a combination of characters against one person. Because kind of like we discussed earlier, I do believe Yuji has to play a major role in Sukuna's defeat if he gets defeated. So yeah, like with a bunch of characters we got on the good side, we can definitely expect maybe like a 3v1 or more type of battle.
Yeah, I mean,
one thing
JJK. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Are you like 100%? Like we all forgot. This has got to happen.
I'm out of range.
Mahito back. 100%. Like, I don't even know why. Like this has skipped my mind. But 100% he's gonna drop Mahito back for Yuji or Hammer. That will be a fight. Like surely that becomes a battle in this final battle where he brings him out as his like overpowered hyper killing form or whatever he's in, and just lets him go ham throughout the battlefield, because he's still a threat, especially with his you know, like soul manipulation. Or can he bring him out after using?
But first, let's talk about